Weirdos, balls and ghouls, how are we all doing? We've got an update for you. You see, I called Moe Sargi out very recently on, hey, I can't find that house as being linked to that man. Why have you told that really horrible story whilst giggling? You come across as a horrible guy. Just saying. And then I've had a bit of an outpouring of people. Some people know this house. Some people know exactly where this house is. And yes, this house is very close to Drake's house in Ontario, Canada. You know, I'm geographically challenged to a degree. I'm not as bad as Purple, but, you know, Canada's a big place. I don't know who the hell Drake is. So I've had several emails basically saying, hey, this is where that house is. This is where that house is. But nothing where I could say that is 100% that house without a shadow of a doubt. But then Kenny Biddle came through. And Kenny Biddle was like, I have found it. Have at it. What's this shit? Okay, blog posts on ridimrider.com. Abandoned 1960s time capsule. Ooh, this will tell us all about the really dark, sordid, nasty history about this millionaire's abandoned house. Now, this abandoned 1960s time capsule was pretty amazing. Zenning and Z had a pin and suggested we check it out. I had no idea what we were in for, but it turned out to be incredible. So, this is the same kitchen. This is the same creepy staircase if you listen to good old Mo. We got a floor layout. Very nice. Okay, so we've got some of the most disgusting wallpaper, carpets, etc. But it's a 60s decor, you know? The 60s were weird. And it's kind of back in fashion now. Maybe not the pink bathroom cabinets and pink sink. That's disgusting. But, you know, it's the same house. There's the creepy doorway, creepy archway, the screamed, you know. There's the chandelier that was on by those lights. There's that horrible bathroom where he said he was like pervert paint or pervert paper, whatever he said. This is the big window. I was like, there's still a light on up there bleeding out. So we've definitely got the right property. This room is pretty wild. Love the kitchen. Hey, where's all the weird stuff? Right. Filed under 1960s abandoned bungalow. Abandoned 1960s time capsule. Abandoned Canada. Blah, 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 blah. So we get a tour of the street. Now, I'm going to have zoomed myself in to take the address off the top of this video because I don't want to get done for, you know, giving away information that these people don't want out there. But this is the street view. Where's Drake's at? Who's Drake? What does Drake do? Oh, that's not as nice. Wait. It's not a mansion. So we get a good look at the outside of the house and the sort of neighborhood. Holy shit, that's a big place. So we know we're in the right area, the right city. It's the exact same house, internal and external. It's $5.5 million $5.5 million Toronto home is a stellar It's a stellar 1960s time capsule. There we go. There's the weird cupboards and stuff. It's funny, if you just wait long enough, everything comes back in style, like low-rise jeans. It's a cyclical nature of fashion and interior design. But unlike low-rise jeans, this original 1968 home is actually cool. It's the original 1968 home built by the builder for its owner, Realtor Michael Rosen. Harvey Carl's Real Estate told Blog TO. Oh, so maybe the disgusting guy bought it from Michael or Michelle Rosen. Right, let's The home has remained in the same family for the last 54 years, boasts 3 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and tons of retro mid-century charm. So how is this linked to a Canadian scumbag? It's been in the same family for 54 years. Oh dear. Moe Sargi lied about that disgusting thing just to promote his video that little bit more. And his fans have called me morally bankrupt. But it's definitely the same house. He was stood up there looking down. This is the living room of a, you know. Throughout the home, you'll notice beautiful teak wood accents, clean, simple lines, and not lots of natural light. And they were throwing a lot of fake light out of those windows. Probably the most unique room in the house is the truly vintage kitchen, complete with mod, custom cabinetry, and arched wood features. At the time it was built, it was very uniquely elegant and beautiful decor, noted Rosen. But if you're not into the late 60s homes, this home is situated in the prestigious and iconic Bridle Path. Yes, before you ask, the same neighbourhood Drake lives in. Hey, that's something Moe Sargi said, right? And as it's a corner lot with a 130 by 135 footprint, you can easily add on to the home without sacrificing lawn space. Today's buyer will, of course, want to redesign and remodel the existing home or start fresh. This isn't abandoned. This is not an abandoned home. This home is up for sale. Oh dear. By the way, it's coveted, beautiful lot, lends itself to anything the buyer can imagine to be the perfect location, and if you're still looking to remodel the current home, your own team to keep the design style consistent, which is a unique opportunity. Holy shit, this place is $5.5 million. A dollar's worth less in Canada. That's a lot of money for a bungalow. Jesus. So Moe Sargi has gone to a home that is up for sale and made out that it is abandoned. What he's probably done is paid a realtor to go and look around at this home, taken his mates and filmed a quick video there. The sirens in the background, I am told reliably by other Canadians, is not in fact a police car, it's an ambulance. Also, some Canadians have told me the police out here, they don't put on the blues and twos to get to a property for a burglary slash break-in slash trespass. They like to turn up unannounced to catch people, much like in the UK. Much like in the UK, when you watch abandoned exploration videos, people turn up, the police turn up, they don't have the blues and twos on. The first thing you hear is when they start shouting, "Come out, police." So he's tried to add to the fear of this thing with, we're not supposed to be in here. We've gained access. You haven't, you've rented it. That in itself is a lie. Bad juju. But then you add to that you brought in a horrific story from a horrific... I know, my camera's been off-center until this point. I'm sorry. You take into account this horrific story, and it is a horrific story that he added in that is not linked to this property. It has been in the same family for 54 years. Moe Sargi claims it was for this pervert that did all manner of disgusting things. Why would he lie about that? Because to call it just a poltergeist house isn't quite enough. But when you call it a pervert's poltergeist house, ooh, that's money. As long as you don't have any morals to go with it. So for all the people that are a little bit pissed at me because I went to Moe Sargi, because Moe Sargi says for entertainment, I ain't entertained by that. I ain't entertained by some of the shit in this video. And this is why, for me, for entertainment doesn't cover it. It doesn't cut mustard with me. For entertainment is a get out of jail free card, and I will not ignore channels just because they say for entertainment. You've lied about the building. You've lied about its location because you linked the poltergeist house from the movie to make sure, or to throw people off the scent of actually finding what this house is, with no reported hauntings, with no disgusting human beings ever lived there. It's been the same family. So what your video has done, if somebody recognizes this house, is potentially tarnished the reputation of a family that had nothing to do with that disgusting man. I hope you're proud of yourself there. I don't know. Maybe you don't watch the bunkers. Maybe you'll never be aware of this. I hope some of your fans watch this and then say to you, oi, you said that house had this dark history, and it's not true. You have potentially caused upset to genuine people. People that are not rotting in prison as they should be. You could have affected the resale value of this property now by claiming A, it's haunted, B, there was something that rhymes with bathing shorts in there, Speedos. You have no idea what your 20-something minute video could have done to somebody's business, to somebody's reputation. All for you to get your clicks and views. It's disgusting. It's wrong. I knew it was wrong. I knew it was disgusting. I knew something wasn't adding up. But unfortunately, there's been a bit of an outcry. People are pissed at you, Moe, because of the lies, because of linking something to so disgusting and then giggling about it. And it never took part in this house. It never took place in this property. It has nothing to do with it. And you lied for more clicks and views. You're no different to Mindseed that pay actors to sit in their videos and say, well, this house was haunted since I was a child. Hey, that's not his name. Sorry, that guy spotted him in something else. Or the twins claiming they're on SW Ranch when they are miles and miles and miles and miles and miles away. Genuinely, I hope you haven't affected the resale of this. I hope you haven't put off any potential homeowners for buying this. But you claim it's abandoned and it's not. I knew it. I knew it by the sign on the door, the lights being on, and how clean it is. Even if it's abandoned and there's still power there, nobody's cleaning that. This house is for sale. It is with a realtor, and that realtor has obviously been paying for the power and been cleaning the place to get somebody else to purchase it. And you have either broke in there, which I doubt, because that would criminally implicate you when somebody recognises this house, because a urban explorer has apparently got in a lot of trouble for going to this house years ago. Or you've gone there under false pretenses and said, I'm interested in buying this property. Could I meet you? Could I have the keys at such and such a time and then leave them in, say, a lockbox outside once I'm done? You see where I'm going. So he's betrayed the trust of his audience, he's betrayed the trust of the realtor potentially, or he's broken the law. He's lied about a sex pest because he's never been in this house. He's potentially damaged a family's reputation. He's potentially damaged resale value. And people will still tell you, I'm in the wrong and I'm the bad guy. So do please, if you're one of those people that sit there thinking consistently, he's a bad guy, this beardo, how dare you illuminate the truth? Have a look at the subject matter. Have a look at these people who are lying about where they are, what their histories are, and the damage potentially they can do. That is damning. To make out that that guy lived in that house and potentially, you know, that looks like a pervert's room. That looks like a pervert's doorway, giggling your way around there. You have been rumbled, Moe Sargi, and this isn't about real versus fake. This is about morals. You're morally bankrupt. The giggling about the case, that's not linked to this house, by the way, was bad enough. But for then you to have lied about it and tried to incorporate a very dark history into a very nice family home, just for people to watch your video and go, ooh, this is creepy, this is scary. You're not a very nice man, are you, Mr. Moe Sargi? Not a very nice man at all, and it's beyond for entertainment. This is beyond fake, beyond real. This is just morally wrong. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. As always, no hate, although I imagine quite a few people are going to be quite pissed. And you have a right to be pissed, especially if you're that realtor. Now, to the realtor, if you want to get in contact with me to tell me, you know, did he rent it? Did he ask for a viewing? Did he break in? If you're out there and you want to speak to me about this, I haven't put the address in the thumbnail, so maybe you haven't, but I'm going to get an external shot of the house. Now, I haven't put the address in the video at all because I don't want to cause you any more problems, but to me, my email address is in the channel description. Reach out to me. Did he have permission to go there? Did he get in under false pretenses? Or have you had a spate of break-ins at this not abandoned property, this property for sale? Okay, so future beardo, yeah, there's been developments through the day. Ignore the hair. The dreads were loose and I've had to tie them and shit. Don't worry about it. Okay, so obviously I said Kenny Biddle had sent me some information on the location of the house where he did some look into the history of the house. Was there a haunting ever reported? Was this a disgusting guy ever linked? And it was not. The realtor has got back to Kenny Biddle. Now, I'm not going to show any of the emails because there are phone numbers, cell phones, offices, fax numbers, emails, everything attached to this. The address of the properties, and it'd be really awkward to crop it all. So, obviously, Kenny has forwarded a message to the realtor saying, you know, this guy's been in your house. This is the video. This is what he said. This is what he's alluded to somebody that lived at the house did. I think you have a right to know. And the realtor got back to Kenny. And Kenny, thank you so much for sharing this with me. And they replied to Kenny, thank you for letting me know. I've let the previous owner know, who will be extremely upset. As well, I have forwarded on to the real estate agent for the current owners. This is a complete crock of shit. They will be prosecuted for trespassing and defamation. Now, I don't know the law in America, but from the amount of American people that have shouted at me for trespass, which is not criminal in the UK, it's very criminal in the United States. It doesn't look like he's had any permission here. It's not an abandoned house. So Kenny's tied into an email that has been forwarded to the new real estate, and it's the lady's name. You may want to draw your client's attention to this. If they ever go on to sell it, they will have problems too, and people are still breaking into the house. So this has obviously been a problem that I mentioned earlier on in the video, where urban explorers have been made to take the videos down and are potentially having criminal prosecution brought against them. There's a response then from the new real estate agent. What the fick is this? There's no place like home. And yeah, so Kenny's initial email, apologise for disturbing you, found your name in a 2002 article by etc. I'm not sure if your company or are associated with a property, or perhaps you can get in touch with the owners. The house was recently featured in a YouTube video, Haunted Poltergeist House Belonging to Jailed Billionaire, along with a story that was owned by a former fashion executive, Peter Nygaard, who was convicted of 4 counts of SAs. The video creator also claiming that the house is haunted. The video, which has only been out for 2 days, has got 42k views and the channel has 2.7 million subscribers. I'm concerned the house will gain unwanted reputation. If there's any way to let the owners know, I would greatly appreciate the assistance. Now, I've also reached out to Kenny and said, look, if the owners want a voice in this, I'll gladly read a statement from them or something like that. I've made my mistakes with investigations, but at least I own to it. I've made mistakes with debunking, and I own to it. But this isn't an abandoned house. This house has been owned by realtors and real estates. It's switched hands, and it currently has private owners. There are private owners trying to renovate this place, or they're about to renovate this place, and somebody is spreading rumours that it was once home to a disgusting human being. So only a quick update just to tack on to the end of the video, but I feel it's important, you know? Because people keep saying things like the debunkers are not needed, the debunkers are not doing anything good, the debunkers are just toxic, just nasty, just horrible. Whatever the excuse is to cover for the channels that are making this awful content, frankly. I was annoyed at Moe Sargi's video. I was annoyed at the rumours and stuff. You know, there's a difference between going somewhere and say it's rumoured to be haunted to this place is haunted and was once the home of a sex pest. I was once the home of somebody that's gone to prison for the most disgusting crimes there are. I don't think this is the end of this for Moe Sargi. I think Moe Sargi is going to find himself in some hot water unless the new owners somehow let him in there and didn't mind him saying, yep, that horrible piece of shit from Canada was in this house, did these things, and now you can buy it for, it was up for sale for 5.5 million, but now you'll have to sell it for 500,000 because it's haunted by a poltergeist and a disgusting mammal lived there. Back to the original Beardo out. Much love to you all. Beardo out.